Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cosmic Forecast. We are right now in Gate 8 since yesterday, and the Cross of Contagion in Human Design. So I wanted to just look right now, where is everything? Where are all the activations? What does it mean to be in the Cross of Contagion? The 8 is about unique self-expression. It's the throat gate. And it goes from mediocrity of when we are contracted, when we don't dare to be ourselves, into our own unique style, to be expressing who we are, the creative rebellion in us. And it's the individual circuitry, so it's coming from your creativity out in the world. And there is also some melancholy in this gate, especially because we call it in human design the agent. So when you're an agent for creativity, an agent for something, but nobody listens, there can be a lot of melancholy in that one. Or if you have the 8, but you don't have the 1, you have the 8 from the throat, but you don't have the creativity that comes up from the G center and connects in that channel, then you might feel like you're looking for the creativity either in you or somebody else that you can promote, that you can be the agent for. So those can be the Achilles heels basically for this gate. So I want to go into, and the Cross of Contagion is the 8 and the 14, the 29 and the 30. These are the 4 gates, and this is a super exciting cross, very contagious. It comes with something new, with individual circuitry, and it has that commitment in the 29 to say yes, to commit, to be wholehearted. And the 30 has that desire for experience. So it's also going to be in it fully for the experience. And the power in the 14, the sacral power for the 14, and then the ability to express in the 8. So very, very exciting cross is what I think. So I'm going to share with you right now where we have all the planets. So here we're looking at where everything is now. You see that we have the sun in the 8th, we have the earth in the 14th. So that is that part of the incarnation cross that we're in. And we can even go, I like genetic matrix because it's even more precise when we look at it. So we see that we still have some energy here in Capricorn in the 60 and the 61. There is some Pisces energy with the moon and Neptune, and we have some of the activations here in Gemini as well, and still a bit of Taurus energy. And for me, sometimes I like to look at the whole. I don't only look at where the planets are now. I actually make a chart. So I look at design and personality together. And then we see even more, for example, that we have an accentuation in Pisces in 63 and 62, 63 and 22. And also here in the 61 and the 60, where we have the conjunction now for a month, right? But it's beautiful to actually look both at the gates, at the signs, and at the houses. That can do a lot. I did an interview with Adela about the houses and about the different returns, and that is something that it's just so amazing and so exciting when we can weave astrology with human design with the gene keys. It's just so amazing. So if we go into, and we can also just actually go back and do the foundation. And what I like to do is to add Chiron. And if we look, actually, I don't think we can do just the mind. And I don't think we can do just the mind with Chiron. The Chiron right now is in the 17th. So I feel like it says, like, be careful with your opinions. Be careful of being too opinionated, too narrow-minded. Make sure that you have the farsightedness. Otherwise, right now, with what's going on in the world, you can kind of fall flat. And if you tack on too much to opinions, then it's part of the wound right now. So if we go, let's just go to this more simple way of seeing it. So here we have the Jovians just now, but you can always go to jovianarchive.com /just now. Then you have exactly right now. So this is the UTC time, so Saturday already 16. And you see everything that's activated, and you see the detriments and the exaltations as well. So right now we have the 8 and the 14. We have a line 2, so today can be a day of naturalness, of flow, of that water element, of that sacral chakra. That's the tone of the day, I would say. And then we have the Pisces influence of the 63 in the moon and the 22 in the Neptune. So I feel like there can be beautiful poetic Pisces energy as well right now, and the moon is going to stay there for the rest of the lines as well, a little bit more time. And then what more stands out? I mean, like we're seeing, we still have this Capricorn theme with the 60 and the 61. We are going down in lower lines of the nodes. The 15 and the 10 are still there. The nodes are going backwards. So we go from line 6 to line 5 to line 4. And this again for me is about naturalness in being who we are, and that is how we can tap into what we're here to do together, humanity. So the role of the self, and then the love of humanity. And there's also something right now where the second line is activated, and where it can be easy or it can be really difficult. The second line is either aggressing the other and doesn't want to mirror the other, or it's in flow and naturalness. So what are you choosing right now in your expression? Are you choosing saying it's your fault and closing off and not wanting to face it or face the other? Or are you able to look at the other and learn about yourself, learning about who you are, learning about your aura, learning about the rhythm that you can have with other people? And we have the channel 61 and 24. So whatever comes in from the outside, whatever comes in the head, whether it's inspiration from somebody else or the greater mystery, there can be a lot of there can be a lot of doubt. There can be almost a psychosis, a mass psychosis, with a fear, for example, like, why this corona and what does it mean, and where are we going? And it can go into very much doubt and psychosis. But here with the channel 6124, I feel like the invitation is to actually sit in the gap. The 24 is about those gaps in awareness, where the penny kind of goes in, and we can see something completely new. We can invent a new world through that, instead of getting stuck in the same psychosis, the same addictive patterns, the same ways of distracting ourselves to not have to deal with things. No, can you sit with what is? Are you able to be in those gaps where there are quantum leaps of awareness, and where you connect up to that great mystery? That is the only channel that's activated right now. So that's for me where we want to allow things to happen, and that's Uranus. So it is kind of radioactive. There's a lot of creativity in that process if we can allow it. And again, I'm looking at the open spleen and the open ego. So worthiness again, what are you trying to prove? Maybe you lost your job, maybe things are falling apart. Are you trying to prove something, or do you know that you're worthy anyway, and that you are here to value yourself for both being and doing? It's not that one is better than the other. Here I think it's also showing us, like, what are your fears? Because the open spleen is all about the intuition and the instinct. So what relationship do you have to your intuition, to your instinct? What are the reasons for your fear? Are they coming from your mind? Are they coming from your body? Are they coming from your emotions? Like, what are you afraid of? And how do you act on those fears? Do you go into panic, for example, the ring of illusion, the 32 and the 28? Are you afraid of dying? Is this what this is awakening in you? Or is it awakening a sense of intuition, a sensing of knowing, of being able to smell and know who to be around, where to be, and smell the corruption? What is the corruption? Where is the harmony? The 50, for example, the quadrant. And to go in depth to places you haven't gone before. And this is about the judgment, to work on what's being spoiled, to do things with more integrity, to do things with more totality, to water the right plants, to come into more of an equilibrium, to find your soul fractal that is going to evolve with you, the people you want to be around that smells right to you, your intuition again, and that depth of going a little deeper. You have the time now. So there's a lot of wisdom in the Splenic Center. So yeah, that for me is the snapshot right now, what's going on. And we also have 3 retrograde planets. So it is a time for reevaluation, for going inwards, like sitting in that gap, see what can come through when we connect inwards, and when we allow the inspirations to come in, instead of clinching and going into some kind of mass psychosis. So I'm inviting you to do that, and let me know how it goes. Thank you, everybody.